What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful Monday. I'm doing well myself, and I hope you guys had a very nice, relaxing weekend. You know what I always say, and that's just what it is. Mine went well, but it just goes too fast. But at least we got another day coming off tomorrow. Yeah. Very disturbing, sad story right here. Crazy story. You have the woman to the right of you, Jessica Edwards Ricks, 35-year-old Albany mother, that the police interrupted trying to drown her 2-year-old child. Okay? From what I get out of the story, this house was a house of horrors for her children, thanks to her. Okay? Without further ado, let's check out two videos that I have here, and we'll get into the commentary.
Our other top story at 10, an almost unimaginable case of child abuse out of mid-Michigan.
Remarkable video there. The body cam video, it's gut-wrenching as police swoop in just in the nick of time to save a 2-year-old little girl being drowned in a bathtub by her own mother. Police say 3 children narrowly escaped being killed after their older sister called 911.
Mara McDonald, live downtown. Mara, important to point out to everyone, this body camera video is really brutal.
It's awful, Devin. So is what happened here. You've got a little girl that you can see in the process of being drowned in the bathtub, but that's not all. She has 2 siblings that police found with stab wounds, and they've been forced to drink chemical cleaning fluid.
Buddha.
Albion police, along with Calhoun County, kicked in the door to find that 35-year-old mother holding her 2-year-old underwater in the tub.
They immediately pulled the child out of the bathtub and began doing CPR on the child, and were able to revive her rather quickly.
The next discovery, just as awful. A 2- and 4-year-old forced to drink cleaning chemicals and suffering from stab wounds.
Just above the chest.
We're here with you, honey. We're here with you, honey. I know.
Police got all the children out of the house into the hospital where they're recovering. Their mother is in custody. The little one's 15-year-old sister called 911 in what the chief says was a chaotic call.
I know it was pretty frantic, and there was crying in the background, they were saying, and screaming, and she was saying, I think that her mom was trying to kill her or her sisters.
Albion police say they'd been to the house before, not for child abuse, but for domestic assault, where that 35-year-old mom was the victim. She's now facing charges for the attempted murder of 3 of her children. Back here live, she also is behind bars tonight, $500,000 bond. She's looking at a minimum of 6 felonies, and if convicted, she's looking at a life in prison. As far as what precipitated all of this, police haven't gotten into that detail yet. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Absolutely gut-wrenching, Mara. Thank you.
First at 5:30, an Albion mother accused of stabbing 2 of her children and trying to drown one of them was arraigned in court today. She's facing multiple charges, including assault with intent to murder and child abuse.
Our crew was inside the courtroom and got a copy of court documents detailing what happened. News 8's David Horek has that story for us tonight.
3 days after police say she tried to kill her own kids, Jessica Edwards Ricks appeared in court for the first time.
So there's 6 total charges. Do you understand that?
Yes, but I mean,
hold on.
The 6 charges against the 35-year-old are 2 counts of assault with intent to murder, 2 counts of first-degree child abuse, and 2 counts of second-degree child abuse. Court documents are giving more details that her own children told police that night. In it, Edward Ricks' 15-year-old daughter, who called 911, said 2 of her siblings, including a 2-year-old covered in blood, ran into her room. The teen then went into her mother's room, where she saw her chasing her 4-year-old brother. She later told investigators she fought Edward Ricks for the knife and that she tried to stab her in the process. The 15-year-old also said her mother tried to stab herself and recalled her saying that she needed to fix the 2-year-old. Bond was set at $500,000 for Edward Ricks, who could face up to life in prison if convicted.
For the protection of the as well as to assure your appearance back here in court, taking into consideration the nature and quite frankly the severity of the allegations against you, ma'am, I do find it necessary to set a high cash or surety bond.
Edward Ricks will have to go through a mental health assessment. She is due back in court 2 weeks from today. We're in Battle Creek. David Horak, News 8.
Well, since the V before the X was implemented here in this country and all over the world, there's been no shortage of stories like this. You understand? And these people be like, they don't know what's going on, after they commit these crimes, like this woman right here. 24/7. All over this country alone. Children are being killed, tortured by their parents. Okay? And then on top of that, nobody seems to know why. It's always chalked up to mental illness, of course. You know what I mean? But like I said, the V before the X, put it together, what do you get? That stuff is actually Nephilim DNA, which is actually the MOTB. Okay? That's speaking in code, of course. And I've said it time and time again. The Nephilim were actually offsprings of the fallen angels derived from human beings, animals, fish, fowl, things that fly, and every creepy and crawly thing on this earth. Okay? Beast. And they were incredibly violent. There was just, words can't describe how violent these things actually were. What are we seeing here now? What are we seeing ever since the V became before the X? Okay? And it's been implemented here and all over the world. Incredibly violent cases that's taking place in homes across America. And it's continually to grow. It's senseless. I come across a story earlier today where a mother shot her son about a video game console. Yeah. A video game console. She shot her son. He's in critical condition, I think. Her 17-year-old son about a video game console. Why would a mother want to do something like that to her own child? Video games? None of this stuff is making a lick of sense, people. This is what society has become. Madness. Chaotic. Senseless violence. Okay? All I can say, people, is to watch who you are dealing with. Especially if they got the V before the X. Because these people are known to click. It's senseless violence. No joke. Hopefully these kids, it's a blessing to the Most High that they survived this, of course. Hopefully they can get some sort of help, some kind of counseling where they can grow to produce, live productive lives, because, the kind of torture that they was subjected to sometimes can haunt a person, with the PTSD thing. And I'm sure it's a good chance they can have PTSD thanks for this nightmare of a mother they have for a mother. That's just what it is. Shout out to the 15-year-old sister who actually called the police and fought this crazy ass woman for that knife that she was chasing her 4-year-old child around trying to stab. Yeah, that's what she was doing. So watch yourselves out here, people. We are among the zombies. Let's just call it that. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular situation in the comment section. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And people, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. I got proof of that. I'm going to show you in the next video. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.